Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mina. In this video you are going to learn how to make this pencil skirt. So if this is what you're interested in, please keep watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment below. Let's get started guys. I use a yard of Ankara fabric for this, and we'll be using this pattern we've drafted already to cut the skirt. So if you haven't watched my video on how to draft this basic skirt pattern, I'll leave a link in the description box on how to go about the drafting. So the first thing I want to do is to manipulate the front darts. So what I will do is I'll measure what I have for the dart, what I took for the dart. I took 1 inch. So I brought the 1 inch out to the side and I also trace the length of the dart. Then I use my ruler to connect it just like so. I'll go ahead and cut that part out. So for the cutting, place your fabric on fold, like fold it into two, then place the pattern paper on it. Go ahead and trace it out just like so. For the back, also fold your fabric on fold, like fold it into two, then place the pattern on it, then go ahead and trace it out just the same way we did to the front. So the next step is to cut our lining. So place your lining on fold, then place the main fabric on it just like so. Also use a pin to secure it so it doesn't move when you are tracing it out or when you are cutting it out, just like what I'm doing now. So after that, go ahead and use your scissors to cut it out. This is for the front. We are going to do the same thing to the back. For the back, also fold your lining into two, then place the main fabric on it. Go ahead and cut it out. Just like so. So the next step is to place the two lining you've cut already. That is the lining for the back and the front. Place both of them together. Then on the hemline, just go ahead and mark 1 inch across. Use a straight ruler to connect the lines together. Then you cut it out. Go ahead and split the center back because that is where our zipper is going to be, so you have to divide it into two. Go ahead and notch the upper part of the front and also the back. You also do the same thing. You will also do the same thing to the main fabric. Okay, so after that, the next thing you are going to do is to open the fabric like so, the main fabric, then place the lining on it. You know, the lining now is shorter than the main fabric, so you have to join the down part, that's the hemming part that we cut out. You have to join that side together first with 1/2 inch. So I've joined the down part together both for the front and the back. Then the next thing is to drag it up to meet with the starting line, like the upper part of the main fabric. Just drag the lining to meet with the upper part, then go ahead and sew it by 1/2 inch. Okay. Also do the same thing to the back, just like open it up like so, then drag it up to meet with the upper part, just like this, just like what you are seeing. Drag it up to meet with the upper part, then go ahead and stitch it. Go ahead to sew the sides. Okay, sew that part and also sew this other side. Then after that, you flip it over. So I'm done joining the sides together. This is it. I went ahead to iron it out as well. So the next thing we are going to do is to place the bag together with the right side facing each other, just like so. So from the center bag, measure 1 inch across like so. For our zipper, this is our zipper allowance, 1 inch. So you go ahead to connect that 1 inch together, either with your ruler or you can just use your free hand to do it, whichever way. So I'm using my ruler here to connect the lines together. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and stitch it together on that line that I just drew. Okay, so after that, this is the outcome. I went ahead to iron it out. Okay, so this is it. So the next thing we are going to do is on the center back from that line, I'll go ahead and measure 4 inches and I'll mark it for my dart. So the next thing for the length of my dart is going to be 5.5. So I'll go ahead and mark it 2 and join the lines together just like so. Then on that line, I'm going to place my tape and take 1/2 inch on one side and 1/2 inch on the other side. Then I'll connect it back. I'll equally do the same thing to this other side. So I'll place my tape from the center bag. I'll come out by 4 inches. Then I'll mark it. Then for the length as well, it's going to be 5 by 5. Then I'm going to use my ruler to connect the lines to the upper part, just like. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine to hold the darts. So after I was done holding the darts, I went ahead to give it a nice press as well. So this is how it came out. So the next thing we are going to do now is to place the both fabric together, the front and the back together. The next thing we want to do is to take our measurement so we can shape the skirt. So place both of them together, front side facing each other, that's front to front. Then from your waistline, come down by 8 inches. That is for the hip line. Then on that hip line, take your accurate hip measurement. Mine is 9.1, so I'll go ahead and mark it. Then on the waistline, I'll also take my waist measurement. Mine is 6.7, so I'll go ahead and mark it up as well. Then on the other side, I'll as well do the same thing. So first of all, what I'll do is measure from the waist to my hip line. Mine is 8 inches. I'll mark it. Then on that waistline, I'll take my waist measurement. Mine is 6.7, like I said before. 6.7. I'll go ahead and mark it. Then on the hip line, I'll also place my tape on the center back and take my 9 inches. So for the down part, I'll subtract 1.5 inches from my hip measurements. Then I'll go ahead and mark it on the down part. Mine is 7.6, so I went ahead to mark it. Here, I connected the lines before I noticed it wasn't showing. Now I'm going to explain what I did here. So I took the 7.6 that I have on the down parts and I went ahead to mark it. I also did the same thing to this other side. I took the 7.6 that I have after subtracting 1.5 from my hip measurement. Then I went ahead to connect it together from the waist down to the hip, from the hip down to the full length. I equally did the same thing to this other side. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew following the lines that we just drew. Okay, so after that, the next thing we are going to do is to cut our band. I'm going to add extra 4 inches to my waist measurement. My waist is 27. I'm adding 4 inches to it to make it 31. So the 31 is going to be the length of my skirt. Then for the width, I'm using 2 inches. For the wideness, I'm using 2 inches. So I've gone ahead to mark it just like so, then cut it out. So I'm going to use a stay for my band. So I'll take it to my ironing table and iron a stay on it. Okay, so this is a band. I'll place it on fold and iron a stay on it. So this is it after ironing a stay on it. I will open up the bag so I can attach my band to it. So I'll place my band on it just like so. Then I'll use my pin to pin both the fabric and the band together. That's where I'm going to sew. I'll do the same thing across. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it. So this is it, guys. I've attached my band to the skirt. So, so the next thing is to fix my zipper. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and fix my zipper. Then I'll show you guys how it looks. The zipper, I'm going to fix it on that 1 inch. I'll use 1 inch to fix my zipper. So guys, I'm done fixing my zipper. This is it. This is the outcome. So guys, see how neat it looks. This is the back of our skirt. I'm going to flip it over to the front so you can see how neat it looks. So guys, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please click on the subscribe button, like the video, and also leave a comment in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.